Austin took down Atlanta with the golden set, so neither of these teams are scared of that dogfight the last 15 points, Courtney.
That's right. We were laughing today because Molly McCage said, you know, we won the first semifinal, and we thought we would be the underdogs, most likely playing Houston, and then Salt Lake won, and now we don't know, are we the underdog? Are we David? Are we Goliath? Like, who are we here? And both of these teams kind of came in with nothing to lose and all the excitement ahead.
So much parity in League One volleyball. For the inaugural season last year, all 6 teams made the playoffs. This season, only 4 did. As we start off set 3. Casanova keeping this one alive. Again, McCage said we have to be in system because then their middles start to feed Asia O'Neal getting the first point.
Number 7, the Slide Queen. Hasn't been passing as well, but if she can get the middles of the ball, she's going to need to.
Coulter getting this one tight on the net.
Yeah, a little missing there. We've seen a few of those bump sets. A little off. Sometimes that's sweat on your arm. Sometimes you just misjudge, especially in a big stadium. It's hard to kind of read how far off the net you are. And I asked Madison Skinner today, hey, does it feel different playing in this final than last year? And you talked about kind of the setup and the path here, and she said, yeah, it's exclusive this year. It's hard to get in the finals.
As we see a huge block by Maddie Banks, but that was a player-led decision. They said we want this to be more competitive, have to earn your way into the playoffs.
That's right, only 4 teams made it, and then of course it was a series instead of a 1 match. Kind of everyone goes 1 weekend, and you're seeing the intensity of that out here on the court tonight.
Short serve from Skinner. One-handed set from Jordan Poulter, leading to a big. Can you explain the barbecue volleyball as we head into summer, Courtney?
Yeah, that's right. Barbecue volleyball, no offense to all those folks who play out back, but typically there's a lot of one-handed, unconventional, if you will, touches on the ball. Volleyball's a technical sport. It's a little bit hard, so for those that haven't been well trained, it's a lot of that.
We saw Serena Gray have a beach-looking dig earlier in the first set. Big slam by Alexa Gray, showing off that vertical.
Huge swing, and it starts with a great pass, and this is what Molly McCage said was so hard. Watch this. Asia O'Neal jumps with the middle blocker, Serena Gray, and that's what happens when you pass well. You have a lot of weapons and a setter that's hard to read in Jordan Poulter. You just have to take chances to stop them, and sometimes you guess wrong.
Skinner getting this one to clip the line. It looked like she literally just paused in the air.
Yeah, she is one of those athletes that jumps and then she just somehow seemingly continues to go up when you expect her to come down, and wasn't the hardest kill she's ever gotten, but finds a way.
Poulter feeding his
setters, and Jordan Poulter is able to go up, and she's so hard to read. And they can just feed the middles all night. Serena Gray is 1 of 1 when it comes to how well she attacks.
Eggleston taking this swing off Casanova. Molly McCage benefiting off Austin staying in system.
Big time, and Austin's gonna need more production out of the middle, but again, it starts with a good pass or a good dig where they're able to find them, and both teams playing well defensively, and they're led by 2 Olympic liberos. Both Tama Miyashiro and Erik Sullivan were liberos for Team USA.
Claire Hoffman beating out Molly McCage and Skinner at the front.
You don't see that very often, and that's why you want to attack the block. In case any hand or arm or even finger is out of place, you might find a way to sneak it in there, as we saw Claire Hoffman.
Eggleston slamming off Casanova's arm, but Salt Lake not able to get the second touch.
That was a great up by Haiti Casanova, but huge swing by Logan Eggleston. She didn't have a kill in the second set, so you got to think she's coming back with a vengeance. No stranger to these big moments. Both 33, Logan Eggleston and Haiti Casanova, for their respective teams. But again, Logan Eggleston serving now leads the league in aces this season. And that's it. When you serve well and it's out of system, you typically have 1 player that's going to get the ball. The block sets up. That is the exact execution that Austin wants to see on defense.
Austin, and the bench is flying on the sidelines. Loving that one.
The ace leader does it again. Serving in between Claire Hoffman and Alexa Gray, and that's what great servers do. They don't necessarily serve at people. You're trying to hit space. That float serve is like a knuckleball in baseball, and Molly McKay just fired up about it.
Okay.
Give ourselves time, and we gotta scramble on defense, guys. We gotta scramble. They're starting to work behind more. Hey, it's over the limit. Keep digging on the line.
Oh, I see.
Hey, we need some digs from you. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Salt Lake. Salt Lake. Let's start talking.
Yes.
Tama Mishira telling her team, hey, we got to scrap on defense. We got to step it up. Pointing at people, hey, we need some digs from you. Let's play with that grittiness that we showed in the semis.
Austin has the biggest lead for either team at any point tonight. It's been a back and forth battle so far. Eggleston again with the deep float. Skinner slowing down the ball. Tipping right in the middle.
Serving well. They're being disciplined defensively, getting these touches. And then Carly Lloyd setting well in transition. So off the dig, she's locating, and they're getting more kills.
Austin on a 4-0-1. As Casanova puts a stop to that one.
And Alexa Gray now in the front row for Salt Lake. So this is a good rotation. She'll be available the next 3 rotations for Salt Lake. They're going to need some more offensive production to come back here.
Free ball for Salt Lake. It's a deep one. Eggleston able to stay on her feet for the run through. Banks going into the block. The coverage again not there for Austin.
That set's a little tight. Carly Lloyd again, she's so physical, so strong, but she's off the net and tries to put that on a string. Misses a little tight. It's a smart play by Maddie Banks, but they're
trying to get 9, but Skinner able to tool from the opposite side of the court.
Pretty good read by Salt Lake. They were there. They just had their arms a little bit too inside, and that ball flies out of bounds. And right now, I'm thinking Jordan Poulter is going to find Alexa Gray again or Haiti Casanova out of the back row.
She can't keep this alive.
Yeah, these guys are fighting so hard right now, giving it everything she has. But Austin's starting to heat up, and you know, both sides, we talked about them being underdogs in general, but they talked about, hey, we're not just happy to be here. There's more to be done. We're taking this one game at a time. We want to win this thing, and you got to love the fire on both sides.
Alexa Gray going with that deep shot. McCage getting the dig. Poulter not putting the ball directly in front of anyone, but someone could have gotten that ball over. Austin on a 4-0-1.
Yeah, Salt Lake looking a little out of sorts right now. Their first ball contact, their passing is a little bit off, and they're not able to find any sense of rhythm for these off plays, and Austin's doing everything right.
Alexa Gray finding that split in the block perfectly.
Can they get back to doing what they do?
Serena Gray pushing that ball over.
Again, those overpasses are hard to gauge, and you can hear everyone in Salt Lake go, Serena, go get that thing. She kind of snapped into it, but great read by her, good execution.
Skinner tipping this one over, but Alexa Gray blocks it at the last second, and no one in there for coverage.
Again, both sides working so hard. Center Carly Lloyd, no stranger to hard work. For those of you 40 and older, her uncle, who raised her, was an American Gladiator athlete for many reasons, but no doubt growing up with her uncle is one of them.
Lloyd beats Banks for that big kill. Yeah, Carly Lloyd got a lot of help from her uncle when it comes to that physicality, but she also brings that emotional leadership on the court. And yesterday told us, that's my goal. I want to be that leader. When we're down, when we're up, I want to be that stable person. Miss serve from Skinner. And again, Erik Sullivan said, I'm fine with that risk-reward situation. I'm fine taking the errors. Austin has 6 aces of the night so far. Tight pass. Setter v. setter. Lloyd calling her own number to Poulter's platform. Poulter looking visibly frustrated after no one gets this ball up.
Yeah, that's actually a great read by Jordan Poulter to sustain it.
And what Salt Lake did best against Houston from 0-0 first set is they played with no pressure on themselves. Looking a little more tight here in the beginning of the match.
Yeah, they do. They're having moments where they look pretty loose, but these little plays and a few more unforced errors.
And for more, let's go to Cameron Irwin.
Shelby and Courtney, you guys have been talking at length about Tama Miyashiro and the defense that's required to face Austin. And one of the skill sets that really Austin excels at is changing up their shot selection. So finding some of those tips over the top of the block like this right here. And that puts an extra emphasis on the defense of Salt Lake. So watching some of those off blockers and talking to Jordan Poulter, that was the emphasis. Can we make sure that we are stopped?
Won silver in 2012 London Olympics, Volleyball Magazine 2-time National Defensive Player of the Year at Washington, Pac-10 All-Freshman team. She knows what she's doing.
She does. She's one of the greatest volleyball minds in the country, and we go way back. I was her host on her college visit at Washington. We were teammates there, teammates in the London Olympics, and widely known as one of the best teammates there is. Fun to see her lead these group of women.
Crowd loving this kill from the cage, going right for Serena Gray, who shoots.
Yeah, you can see the body language on Salt Lake change a little bit. Their eye contact is a little bit shorter, their huddles are a little shorter, and they're just trying to find their way back to good volleyball. But Austin is absolutely rolling here.
Good up by Alexa Gray. Casanova going for the hands. Eggleston adamant there was no touch. What the ref is going to say there was is Erik Sullivan going to throw that red flag. He has not gone for it so far.
I'm laughing because Logan Eggleston was like, no touch, and Molly McGinn goes, yeah, I touched that.
Okay, I missed that part. Then that makes sense why
she goes, oh yeah, I got that
Sullivan
one.
didn't grab that flag.
Don't waste your time.
Eggleston handling this serve. McCage getting the touch and trying to get the ball up. It's Salt Lake getting the point.
They scrapped that one out. Alexa Gray in a good spot. Couldn't quite control that dig, so Jordan Poulter is absolutely running everywhere. Has had a tough time this season kind of managing that knee injury that she got in 2022. You can see it affecting her movement a little bit. Her and Alexa Gray both battling some injuries this season.
That's one of Eggleston's favorite kills of the match so far, going right off the platform of Kojima.
I love the intensity of Logan Eggleston. I asked her this more conviction in the world, and you gotta love it.
Poulter out to Hoffman, blocked by Skinner. Hoffman again. Tight for Maddie Banks. There's the coverage for Austin. Skinner saying, yeah, that was a good block. Tori Dixon taking full ownership on that one.
Madison Skinner trying to get that low angle, but Tori Dixon gets this right hand low and over. If you're a middle, that is 101. Take away that low cross. Great discipline by veteran Tori Dixon.
Misconnection with Lloyd to McCage.
You don't see that very often, but that's the hardest set in volleyball because it happens so fast. There's just very little room for error, and that one just got a little bit away from setter Carly Lloyd.
Yeah, again, we're generating a bunch of opportunities. Just keep it up, right? Make her think about her serve here a little. Put your feet to that ball. That's that ball that you let die a little, so you just don't contact it very high. Like just step close to it and you'll beat her. And you'll contact it a little higher. Hey, here we go. Come on. Yep. First contact here. Let's go.
Erik Sullivan reminding his opposite, Madison Skinner.
Come on.
Hey, no matter where that ball is, try to get your feet there so you can contact it at the highest point possible. It's what sets her apart. And in these kind of matches, there's so much going on, but it really comes down to the little habits that you train every single day. There's no magic in how to be great here. You got to do these things every day.
Hoffman finding Eggleston. Skinner going right for Alexa Gray's hands, getting the tool.
Way to listen, Madison Skinner does. Look at these last two steps. She gets there with so much aggression and force. Again, allows her to contact that at the highest point possible. And Salt Lake right now needs to have a sense of urgency. A first ball side out, a great pass, a clean kill if they want to win set 3.
This time it's Alexa Gray's turn, going right for the hands of Skinner, exchanging kills back and forth.
And right now, this is one of Salt Lake's best blocking lineups. You got Serena and Alexa Gray at the net here.
One-handed dig.
O'Neal talked about last year, her first season, she came in with some injuries, and she came in this year ready to go. She had a great offseason.
The defense. There she goes again, running behind Loy. It's kept alive for coverage. Only one blocker against Alexa Gray, and she takes full advantage of the open net.
Coming in hot. Number 9 for Salt Lake. You always love a clean swing on the net. And right now, Austin's rolling. I'd expect Carly to keep the middles going.
O'Neal running the slide. Austin hoping that ball's in, and it's called out. Salt Lake doing a great job at holding Austin off from getting to set point here in the third.
I played with Carly Lloyd in the Rio Olympics. I'd expect her to go back to Asia.
As she does. Mind reader Courtney over here. Tight ball for Alexa Gray. Banks thinks that one's down, but it's up from Salt Lake. No question on this slide. Set point for Austin. Maddie Banks at the service line. Great response by Alexa Gray.
It feels lopsided right now. It feels like
18 kills. Eggleston. Set point for Austin. But not so fast. Alexa Gray again holding off Austin from taking this one.
So you're telling not going down without a fight.
Salt Lake on a 5-1 run. Set point 3 for Austin. Slide coming in from O'Neal. Poulter tries to get a pancake on, but finally Asia able to put a nail in the coffin here in the third set. Trading off back and having deep float serves and being that vocal leader in the huddle as well. 17 total points for Madison Skinner. Salt Lake won the second 25-21 as we start out the fourth. Who else? Power move Skinner flying in from the back row.
And that's one of the reasons when you start setting your middles, and Asia O'Neal's getting a lot of sets there. She had 6 kills there.
Again, doesn't say much. She lets the play talk, saying, yeah, that one's straight down.
It's a good idea by Alexa Gray. A lot of space just over that block, but she didn't quite get that tip high enough. Asia O'Neal with the stare down. No love lost between these two teams.
Poulter finding Serena Gray. Good stop by O'Neal. Carly Lloyd, she says, I love to attack, and we see her getting the kill.
Yeah, that one, again, Salt Lake, you can see the frustration, and typically when
stuff down by Eggleston, that hits Jordan Poulter in the chest. No one from Salt Lake able to get that second touch, and Logan Eggleston not mad about it at all.
huge play by 33 for Austin. And you can just see them playing well.
Big up by Skinner with one hand, and Lloyd able to take this one over. Triple block on Hoffman, she puts it over with a roll. Skinner demanding that ball be called in. Up ref says it's out.
And there she is, Manami Kojima coming in and doing what she does best, flying around the court, creating opportunities. You know, you wonder too if fatigue plays a bit of this, how Salt Lake's showing up right now. Their semifinal, the last one was on Sunday. They flew back again early Monday morning. They played that golden set Sunday, so a 5-set match, 4-set match into another golden set. It's a quick turnaround for them.
Salt Lake landed here yesterday, did media day, then went directly to practice. Did have an off day before the travel day, but like you said, a lot of volleyball in a short amount of time, especially when everything is on the line. A lot of emotions running high as well.
Totally, especially a big win like
yes, Courtney did get a touch on that ball.
Yeah, we're live over here. We're ready for it. Nice little cut shot by Haiti. And Salt Lake only down 3 here. It feels like Austin has all the momentum in the world right now, but anything can happen when you've got these veterans of Salt Lake.
14 kills for Casanova. Eggleston's turn. Molly McCage, did that land inside the 3-meter line?
Jeez. Just a huge swing by number 5, Molly McCage. Home, and she's making the most of it. One of the most effective middle blockers in the league.
Casanova able to clip the high hands of Austin. What may look like her willing the ball out of bounds. She's touch off the block so no one can run it down from Austin. Back to Skinner. She recovers her own ball. Great kill by Casanova, but Courtney, that set from Poulter. How hard is that from your setter eye?
I mean, that's big time. There's no way I ever made a set like that. She's off one leg, 25 feet from the net, and just flings that thing back. And Salt Lake's right in it. That's how you get some momentum. Good digs and big time swings in transition, and you're right back in this thing.
Back row to Hoffman, and no one's able to dig it. Big kill for her coming out of the back row.
You think about what's on the line for these athletes, and for our Americans, you know, before League One volleyball, they'd have to go overseas to play, and you're away from your family for 8 months at a time, and for them to get to compete on home soil in front of their friends and family, it just means so much, and you can feel it from these athletes right now and when we talked to them this morning.
Alexa Gray going to...
Always game planning, always talking about what's the next thing we need to do to execute.
First tie of this set. As Maddie Banks ends the 4-0 run that Salt Lake win on, putting Molly McCage at the service line.
Huge swing by Maddie Banks going off the edge of Jordan Poulter's hands. And right now, Salt Lake's back in this thing. If they can keep executing and passing well.
Setter dump from Poulter, kept alive though from Austin. Oh, what a kill that was. Claire Hoffman hitting Carly Lloyd right in the shoulder.
One of the things Salt Lake talked about too is the longer the rally, the advantage goes to them. So if they can keep scrapping on defense, they think they can wear teams down. That's been the style of play they've had. Austin talked about it as well.
Tori Dixon sending this one deep. Salt Lake has just one ace of the match. Austin has 7 so far. Big difference when it comes to that aggressive efficiency from the service line, which both head coaches said has to go right for them to get a win.
Yeah, at this level, if you're not missing, you're not being aggressive enough. So if you have no errors, the other team's probably passing really, really well. So no risk, no fun if you're a server.
Austin in the net, rewarding Salt.
We got some scoopies. Kojima giving all of the effort, and right now, if I'm Carly Lloyd, Austin's middle blockers have 18 kills and only 1 error. I am feeding them as much as possible.
Pulls her out to Alexa Gray. Hitting in away. Ball going into the stands. This is Salt Lake's first lead here in the 4th set. Skinner setting the ball with no spin. Salt Lake just looking all sorts of out of system on that play.
Yeah, it's kind of a funky play. Serena Gray, that dig was right to her. She's trying to get out of the way. Couldn't quite do so. But again, this is a nice rotation for them. And if Salt Lake passes well, I would think Jordan's going to try to find Serena Gray.
Serena Gray getting the ooze from the crowd after that swing.
She's hitting over 600 on the season, so she's going to kill over half of the balls she's going to be set. Tonight she's been a little bit lower because they get higher quality sets based on the pass.
Lloyd to the slide queen, Asia O'Neal getting the kill off Claire Hoffman's hands.
Again, we talked about now they have 19 kills, 1 error out of the middle. And if you're the other setter, Bria Riley, or the offensive coach, Rob Browning, on the sideline, you're telling Carly, hey, they're hot right now. As much as possible, feed the middles. Make Salt Lake figure out how to stop them.
Lloyd to Alexa Gray in the back row. This ball goes off Maddie Banks' platform.
They can stay in the middle of the court, they can front the other middle, which means they kind of shadow her, so they're ready for a middle attack. They can commit, which means they're going to jump on that middle before they even know where the set's going. A lot of strategy beyond what it looks like initially in volleyball. Got to Skinner. Just a little too far out, trying to find that line shot. Again, you can see her face is a little red right now. The ball hit Carly Lloyd before time or breaks platform. Hits Skinner, but she is really back and hitting hard after that shot. Even if you can't see it. So Alexa Gray is saying that Austin was in the net. I think that whoever he was after, he was a little bit after the ball had gone out of bounds. Cutting that ball perfectly. Bailey Miller in the serve for Austin, making a difference. A rookie for Austin this season, and they're creeping back in this thing. So Salt Lake up by 2 right now is really going to need a side out here to keep the momentum. Big up of Maddie Banks right on Lloyd's head. Over goes out to Alexa Gray. She tries to clip the hands, but the ball goes too wide, taking the air. She called out early, just trying to be aggressive on it. If they take this set, they take the match. O'Neal denying Dixon's tip. As well as denying Alexa Gray's hit, Asia O'Neal hunting everyone at the net. Just absolutely stuffs that ball. What a block by Asia O'Neal. No notes from number 7. Went from left all the way to the right. She does not stop until the play is over. So again, volleyball is such a game of momentum. Austin makes a good run, gets back in this thing, and now Salt Lake's up by 1. If they can get back to good and stay aggressive, they can keep Austin in trouble, but it just feels like the Swallows love Austin is coming back here. Maddie Haynes, one of the best servers for Love Salt Lake, back in as a serving sub. She's had some great runs, made to be a little more risky at the service line than wanting to come in the net. Madison Skinner, back row, serving for the 5th tie of the set right now. Banks, another great dig. Skinner, dug up by Manane. Inside of Asia O'Neal tonight, Alexa Gray, not forgetting that block O'Neal had on her. No words needed, Alexa Gray gets one back after Asia O'Neal stuffs some dreams. Alexa Gray's in on this. Just a big-time crossover move. Boy, beating out the battle at the net. The center from Canada, she spent most of the season starting, has two great centers on his roster, he's meaningful. Free ball for Austin, where's the line gonna go? Solid called into the net on this play. Austin taking their time in the huddle with their center in Real Riley. And every touch matters right now. Real Riley trying to help her team put up hittable balls. Maddie Bates back to serve. This has been a good rotation for Austin. Serena Blake flipping the net, which takes this ball out of bounds. And right now, on a good pass, I think Jordan's going to try to find Haiti Casanova. Here's what to go. Outside to Alexa Gray, who gets stopped. Rio Riley and Asia O'Neal going an actual ball. Tied up here in the fourth set. If Austin wins this one, they win the match. And Austin just plays with so much confidence down the stretch. When it gets tight, that's when they get good. We're seeing it once again. Yep. The other team just won. Let's get a high pass, give Kevin Butler some time. They've got three of their best attackers up there. This is the look that they want. They just need a pass to start. Hoffman has 10 kills and 12 digs. Alexa Gray making more production happen for her team. 20 kills on the match for her so far. Big time set out by Salt Lake. If I'm Rhea Riley, absolutely I'm setting Asia O'Neal on a good pass. Alexa Gray now to serve as the only player who has eclipsed 20 kills here tonight. Edelson not able to get that ball across the net from O'Reilly. Edelson with the power tip. Tossing that ball right over the block. Rhea Riley with the choice. She thought, hey, the block's gonna go with Asia O'Neal, which they did. So she creates a one-on-one for Logan Edelson. And Jordan Bolter, I would expect to set Serena Gray here on a good pass. Good hustle. Jordan Bolter all over the floor. Edelson going for the wide shot, no touch, inside the point, set point for Salt Lake. It isn't always pretty, but you just gotta find a way, and Jordan Bolter willing her team right now. She's gonna have to wear cleats here pretty soon as much as she's running around on that scrappy defense from Salt Lake. Rhea Riley taking this one in all hands. One side out to take this team to set 5 right now. And I'm betting Jordan's going to find Alexa Gray in the back row or Haiti Casanova. Austin bumped up with that touch of the other side. Wow. a ball like that, so much momentum now. Salt Lake needs a good pass to put pressure back on Austin. Tied up, have to win by 2. We're going to at least 26. Skinner. Bolter goes to left to grab the throw. Martin McCage at the block top. The whole arena can feel the intensity right now. And this is when, to win a championship, you just gotta be good. You don't have to be great, try to do too much. Casanova with the service error. That puts us back at the tie. Here in the 4th set again. If Austin wins, match over. If Salt Lake wins this set, you go to the 5th set, first to 15. Logan Edelson, the best server in the league. Hold the pass. Is that 4 touches? It is. Austin not able to get that ball over. Erik Sullivan trying to say it was a block top working move, but they're on the road. A block touch is really down now the touch. Before the set started here in the 5th, and the conversation stemmed around being simple and being specific, as well as trusting their offense. Carly Lloyd back in the starting center position, but again, this is a setting tandem. They are working hand in hand regardless of who's on the floor. Face up cameras, motivations happening in real time with the centers on the sidelines. And I just feel like, you know, when coaches listen or athletes, you think that He's O'Neal with the pass, going in for the slide. Cycling does it all. Takes a short serve, passes it in system. Watch this, and then does a great job of keeping that approach off the net so she can see that block and go right above it. Asia O'Neal's dialed in here if it's it. Asia O'Neal, not so fast for the Bolter steps in. For Molly McCage sends that ball right on Salt Lake's side. So veteran play by center Jordan Bolter to be ready for that dribbler over the net. Every point matters here in the 5th set. You go to 15, and as an athlete, like anything can happen in the 5th set. This is the Penn State before transferring the picks. McCage sending that ball out on the slide. Ball stays on Salt Lake's side. Molly McCage just got a little bit under that ball, charging it down so that sailed a little bit long. I think Floyd's gonna find Skinner here. Skinner flying in from the back row. And as we go through the 5th set, I think these centers are gonna go more and more to their big-time hitters. Put it in the hands of your best attackers, Madison Skinner, Alexa Gray, Serena Gray. Serena Gray teammates convince her to touch. LOVB throws that red flag in the air. They're going for a challenge. The reason the throw was no one touch. Salt Lake is challenging one touch. She got that for sure. Even though it's taped and it's hard to see, 12 digs for her. Tie ball. Oh, Serena Gray somehow blocks this. Statement block from Logan Edelson. Just both sides right now feeling it. That set a little bit tight, a lot of it tight from Jordan Bolter, and Haiti challenges and goes after it. Molly McCage's covering her mouth. Couldn't believe how good that one was for her team. against Madison Skinner. It goes against that left hand, he gets over. You see the reactions of these athletes, and there's so much pressure, and they're trying to keep their composure. Then you get a big play, and it's like all of it gets to come out. It's so fun. We went out to base. They got one ball down. Ball on Austin's side. Number 22, Bailey Miller, the rookie, back in and has set 5 for Love Austin. She came in and had Austin on a huge run earlier in the match. Back to play. Asia Holyfield. She doesn't need any help. Stop walking number 7. Huge read in the one-on-one again, especially with the middle blocking a big, which is a back row attack. You just choose one way to dive, and Asia O'Neal chooses the right one. Ball set out by Bailey Miller. That was O'Neal's 5th walk of the night. Austin has 17 walks, Salt Lake has 13. In a defensive battle at the front. Casanova up to serve. Great dig by both the barrels. Thanks, and they are absolutely doing what they do best, and that is keeping the play alive for their team. Manami Kojima, that is an insane dig. And then of course, Kocho on the other side did the exact same thing in Austin's favor. Salt Lake just down by 2, so every side out, every touch matters for them right now. Skinner at the service line, she has 20 points. That's the 10th time this season she's scored 20 points in a match. Rebound for Salt Lake, full turn. Stay in this match right now. That's a tough rotation with Tori and Claire Hoffman, two of their lowest attacking offensive weapons. And they find Alexa Gray versus 3 blockers and she finds a kill. Out to Banks. Solid people slow the ball down. Leading to Alexa Gray, kill number 23. Alexa Gray, just in these moments, she finds a way to step up, no matter what is in front of her and help her team. What a battle tonight. You can see both teams getting a little tight here, 8-8, over halfway through the 5th set. Ultra fighting Casanova. Big spot again. Not intimidated by Tori Dixon's block. Such a steady athlete for Austin and just takes huge swings in big moments. And acts like it's no big deal. Great swing by Maggie Banks, Carly Lloyd locked in right now. O'Neal sending that ball back on Salt Lake's side. Big up. Salt Lake 2 force will out the front. 6 tie of the set. Out to Eggleston, off the hands of Salt Lake. Another kill. Eggleston the 11th of the match. I love it. You can hear Carly Lloyd say, I love it, let's freaking go. They're taking big cuts right now. When everything is on the line in the first match of this final series, Love, these mic'd up moments for USA Sports covering League 1. Brought up by Eggleston, probably the highest ball of the match. She hits into the block though, Tori Coulter getting that one. Serena Gray staying so disciplined, incredible dig by Logan Eggleston, that's such a hard dig to make. Takes a big cut, but that block just finds the court. Jordan Poulter going to attack in between Maddie Banks and Logan Eggleston right now. Jordan Poulter has 4 blocks for Salt Lake. Winning those plays. It's getting heated right now. Carly Lloyd up to serve, so she's going to be back row setting the next 2 rotations. Putting Skinner at the front. it gets fun. Does Jordan repeat Serena, knowing the ball is going to be on it, or does she go over in front of Alexa Gray? Look at the intensity. LOVB Shiro trying to slow down Austin's momentum. Watch it, dog. Give us time. Hey, approach like you're going to murder the ball. Okay? Like that's not your business. Hold yes. Hey, back, press it, ball. This ball. Hey, let's go. You approach like you're the best center in the world. You're going to murder this ball with aggression, with confidence. Both of these teams have been in the dogfight. Close match all night. Both teams have 61 kills. Make that 62 for Sunday. Such fun volleyball to watch when both teams play with such confidence when everything is on the line. There's nothing better than going for it in these moments. Serena Gray first to the huddle to help Alexa Gray move on from this serve. Eggleston at the service line. Bad news for Salt Lake. Eggleston leads League 1 in aces. Coulter finding Serena Gray. And she ends Logan Eggleston's service run immediately. Sometimes Stanford grad, long-time pro in for Salt Lake is a serving set. Three-time All-American at Stanford. Skinner rolling this one. Casanova, Watt. Erik Sullivan trying to end any momentum for Salt Lake. To win the championship, it's a two-match series. If one team wins both, they take home the trophy. If these teams split, they will immediately play a golden set on Saturday to 15 points to decide it all. LOVB Shiro going for her first LOVB championship. Erik Sullivan's team has one under the belt. Casanova, clutch, match ball. Walter gives her a little time in transition, and that's when she's at her best. Both sides locked in. This is as close as it gets with everything on the line. Match point for Salt Lake. Skinner. She's begging for a touch. The umpire. Gonna go to Alexa Gray or Casanova here. Page looking frustrated after the miss serve right into the net. Match point. Katie Casanova at the service line. Jordan Coulter is front row setting. She's going to be able to dunk or block if she wants. Skinner tries to find that line shot. Hits that ball. Salt Lake takes match one of the League 1 2026. Unbelievable 5-2. It wasn't always pretty for Salt Lake, but they hung in there. They kept the rallies alive and they stayed steady the whole night, regardless of the score. A huge win for Salt Lake, giving them a chance to take